New Zealand's new Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern has made a lightning-quick visit to Sydney to meet Malcolm Turnbull. She's renewed her country's offer to resettle 150 refugees from Manus Island and Nauru. While Mr Turnbull has again rejected it, he's left the door open just a crack to saying yes in the future. We'll have the latest from our correspondent on Manus Island in just a moment. But first, here's political reporter Stephen Jedgetts.
It was a flying visit. Jacinda Ardern crossed an ocean to see Malcolm Turnbull, but barely had time to admire Kirribilli's harbour views. And she came bearing a gift that Malcolm Turnbull does not want.
So that offer is very genuine and absolutely remains on the table.
Ms Ardern's made it clear she's troubled by the standoff on Manus Island, and she told Malcolm Turnbull that New Zealand is still willing to take 150 refugees from offshore detention centres.
We, of course, do not have the circumstances that Australia is operating under, but we also cannot ignore the human face of what Australia is dealing with as well.
We thank New Zealand for making that offer. We are not taking it up at this time.
The coalition fears that the prospect of a new life in New Zealand could give people smugglers a tempting product to sell.
We know what the alternative looks like. Tens of thousands of unlawful arrivals.
There have been rumours that New Zealand could sidestep Australia and deal directly with PNG to resettle the men. Jacinda Ardern was quick to squash that.
No, because the offer is still under active consideration by Australia, so there is no need to do so.
In the meantime, there's a cacophony of voices urging the government to accept her offer.
What's happening on Manus Island is deeply distressing, deeply concerning.
It is so important that we bring them here and allow them to make a contribution, and our neighbours across the ditch are showing us up.
Including from some surprising quarters.
We should give consideration to what New Zealand is offering. The reality is we have an intractable problem at the present time.
The US has already agreed to resettle up to 1,250 refugees on Manus Island and Nauru, and Malcolm Turnbull says at the moment that is his focus. America will take hundreds more refugees, but others will be rejected. And when that happens, the government will need a new solution. Which may be why the Prime Minister did not say never ever to New Zealand.
We want to pursue those, conclude those arrangements, and then in the wake of that, obviously we can consider other ones.
But that's no guarantee of anything. Stephen Jedgetts, ABC News, Canberra.